Good evening, everyone. Sorry for the delay, but we are up and live for Fargo Invaders football live from Sid Cichy Stadium, located on the campus of Fargo Shanley High School. So we had some technical issues. We also had a delay of game start due to the Mud Dogs getting up here a bit late, but we are already in the first quarter. 9:41 remaining. Fargo Invaders just kicked off a second time to the Minnesota Mud Dogs after taking a 7-0 lead on a 4-yard touchdown run by Hayden Zenner. It's a run to the left-hand side by Joshua Allen. We'll get you caught up on starters and whatnot. Starters for the offense. Oh, I should probably introduce you, huh? Alongside me, as always, is super producer Matthew F1 Franco. Good evening, Matthew.
Hey, guys.
How are we doing tonight there, buddy?
We're doing all right now that we're getting this technical difficulty out of the way. Let's see if we can get game clock going here.
We've got new software today, folks. First time we're using it out of the gates. New scoreboard display on the presentation. And we're live on YouTube tonight for this non-league game for the Fargo Invaders to kick off their 2018 season. Warren back to pass, taken down by Jameis Neal. And number 42, Tareen Smith in the backfield. Stacking up another loss for the Minnesota Mud Dogs. Minnesota Mud Dogs are a new team this year. They're going to be playing in the MPFL. They are based out of Wilmer, Minnesota. Also in New London, Minnesota is also on their website. They've got some players on their team with a lot of NSFL and MPFL experience. And so they're not an opponent to be taken lightly. But we're all, even the media team, we're all getting the kinks out tonight here in Fargo for week 1 of the NEFL season. So 3rd and about 17 right now for the Mud Dogs. Warren back in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers right and 1 running back next to him. Trying to get a pass off, scrambles, looks downfield, throws it, pass is complete, and touchdown at about the 23-yard line. Gain of about 7. And that'll bring up another 4th down. On their first possession, they basically netted about 1 yard, had to punt. Their starting running back, Devontae Stevens, was back to punt. Punted the ball, got a good height and hang time. Unfortunately, with the wind here in Fargo tonight, pushed that ball backwards. Ended up with a -1 on that punt. Actually, might have been a couple yards less than that, I believe, because it actually hit Devontae's face mask. Right, Franco?
Sure. Sure, I'm totally not paying attention at all.
That's all right. No one cares.
I'm trying to get everybody watching the game.
We're trying to get everything up and live online. Some of the Mud Dogs had some jersey issues, so we didn't quite have a full starting lineup. Another punt by Stevens. It's going to hit down at the 35, roll back to the 34, and touch down at the 33-yard line of the Mud Dogs, giving the Fargo Invaders another excellent starting position for their second drive. Starters tonight for the Fargo Invaders, if you're just tuning in, the offensive line started Ruby, Wolf, Adams, McQuaid, and Reestead. A number of those players are returning from last year. We have a new center in Antoine Bear Adams. He goes by Bear. He's going to be playing like a bear tonight, opening up those holes in the line for our running backs. Starting quarterback, new quarterback this year is Javante Johnson. He joins the team now in his first season in semi-pro football. C.T. Davis started at running back, but right now Brandon Jones is back in there. Kevin Irby, Constant Jackson, John Bonney. Javante Jackson still scrambling, throws it away over to Brandon Jones. That play was so long, and we saw people out there, John Bonney out there blocking. I thought maybe they had run the ball. So wide receivers tonight, as I said, was John Bonney, Kevin Irby, Constant Jackson. Nick Jackson starts at tight end tonight. That's Mr. Jackson, if you're nasty. Right, Franco?
Absolutely.
2nd and 10. Same 3 wide receivers set. Nick Jackson wide right. Javante looks over the defense as the referees get set to go. 6:13 remaining and counting in the first quarter. Javante swing pass. Referees call it incomplete. They did not think that was a lateral, so fortunate for the Invaders there.
Yeah, I think they got a little lucky there.
Yeah, they looked like they were going to try and run that bubble pass to their wide receiver to try and get that ball out to him quickly and get going, and dropped it.
I think he's fortunate he dropped it. That would have been a pretty big loss.
Yes, that would have been a major turn of events there had that ball gone into the hands of the Mud Dogs there. All right, looks like I got stats too. Now we're cooking with Crisco.
All right.
Handoff to Brandon Jones, breaks it outside, trying to get to the edge. Outside of the 30. Pushed down out of bounds. Looking a little bit close to a late hit out of bounds. I know it was just a push, but still. Jones gains about 4, maybe 5 on that play, setting up a 4th down for the Invaders. I don't think we'll see the Invaders punting here with the Mud Dogs' inability to move the ball so far. At least the list of players we have is starting defensive players for the Mud Dogs. We got Eric Johnson, Calvin Tinnen on the defensive line. Linebackers are Rene Vallejo, and I'll get to those rest of those in a minute. Handoff up the middle. C.T. Johnson breaks it outside. Not quite enough for a first down, taken out about the 26 or 27-yard line. So it'll be a turnover on downs for the Invaders. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Minnesota Mud Dogs. Oh, did I say that? Oh. C.T. Davis. I don't know how I got said C.T. Johnson. Johnson & Johnson, a family company. Right, Franco?
Yeah.
What? Oh, all right. Johnson & Johnson, if you want to sponsor the Fargo Invaders, please contact our team president, Matt Pesnick, who's up in the booth. In charge of the stats once again this year.
I'll tell you what I'll do, Jace. I'll throw up. There's C.T. Davis.
C.T. Davis, see, number 7. So if I say C.T. Johnson, I still mean C.T. Davis. Just so you know. So 1st and 10 once again for the Minnesota Mud Dogs. This is their 3rd possession of the first half. We're already well past the halfway point of the first quarter. Mud Dogs are running a 3 running back set. 2 kind of up running backs and 1 deep back. Tries a handoff, gets it to him, taken out of the backfield by a whole swarm of Fargo Invaders. Looked like it was number 5, Michael Malloyd, or is it Michael? You tell me, Franco. How do you want me to pronounce this guy's name? I don't want to screw it up.
Let me see.
Him? Is it Michael?
Michael.
Matt Pesnick says Michael, so we'll go with Michael. Michael Malloyd on the carry, loss of about 3. If you're just tuning in, this is a production of the Fargo Invaders Radio and Entertainment Network, or the Fire Network, as Franco and I call it. Is that right, buddy?
It is the Fire Network.
That's right. So we're trying to see tonight on the Fargo Invaders side who is going to stoke the fire tonight and get us going. So far it's been Hayden Zenner with an early touchdown run to put the Invaders up 7-0. 2nd and long for the Mud Dogs. Trying to run an option, quarterback run. Gets a couple yards, gets past the original line of scrimmage. Gains about 4 on that play. Still going to be a 3rd and long for the Mud Dogs. That wind is kind of a big factor tonight. It's a bit breezy here tonight.
3rd down and 8 for the Mud Dogs. Let's hear it for that.
So, Franco, obviously, in addition to this, we've been obviously keeping an eye on the NFL draft this weekend, haven't we?
There was a draft this weekend?
Yes, there was. Somebody was very excited about a certain Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley, the man.
He was pretty excited about that.
Going to the greatest NFL organization there is, the New York Football Giants.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Let's just say that, okay? So 3rd and long once again for the Mud Dogs. Warren back in the shotgun, surrounded by 3 running backs, 2 men wide for the Mud Dogs. Warren fakes the handoff, getting pressured, throws the ball, completed, and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That's a 1st down catch by number 1, Keontae Johnson. So for the first down tonight for the Minnesota Mud Dogs. Nice play by the Mud Dogs there, able to create some space for Warren to be able to roll out and make something happen. Unless that is actually number 17's in at quarterback. That should be Callis is in the quarterback. They might be rotating quarterbacks. So 1st and 10 at the 40 for the Mud Dogs. And they're going to back it up 5 yards. False start by number 67. That is Nick Kester. He's one of the starters. So starters on offense for the Mud Dogs, what we were told, was McAllister, Miller, Hamilton, Kester. In the backfield, Johnson, Stevens, Whitcomb, Malloyd, and Warren started at quarterback, but now Callis is in at quarterback. So 1st and 15 now from the Mud Dogs from their own 35-yard line. Callis with the handoff. It's number 4, Bell, tries to get to the outside. Get some positive yardage there. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 43. It's a gain of 8 for the Mud Dogs. Trying to get a drive going here to get some momentum in this game early. As we're getting our goodies handed to us in the box.
Yeah, get some meals there.
I know, Meals on Wheels. Which, by the way, obviously, tailgatemaster.com himself, Scott Admiral Big Gun, is down there grilling up burgers and brats tonight. So if you're in the area and you want to come out to the football game, please come on out. It's a good time. I think the wind is still a bit breezy, but should die down as the game progresses.
So if you're by yourself, make sure this stays up to date.
So this is 2nd and 7 from the 43-yard line for the Mud Dogs.
Sure. You don't want to lose track of this.
Snap, bobbles the snap, rolls to his left, looking to get rid of it, throws it out there, lofts it up, picked off. That's Josh Gatling with the interception. First turnover forced by this Fargo Invaders defense this season.
Boy, that interception all over it, didn't it?
Yes, he scrambled, he was under pressure, got the pass off, but unfortunately with the wind and just kind of trying to get it out there, Josh Gatling just came over and made an easy interception. So the Fargo Invaders will start their 3rd possession of the day at their own 30-yard line after the turnover. So getting some positive results from this defense. First 2 drives didn't allow any yards. What are you doing? Are we not live anymore?
I was trying to do some instant replay, but
oh no,
it doesn't like the instant replay, and wow, now we've frozen up the whole thing.
Oh my gosh! Now all they can do is hear my lovely voice ramble. Justin Telefaro in at quarterback for this possession, along with Hayden Zenner at running back.
There we go.
There we're back.
Oh, we got CT up there still. Let's get the scoreboard back up. There we are.
There we go.
I got the time wrong.
Oh my gosh.
So thank you for your patience, guys. We are learning new software and having fun doing it.
Minute 49 to go in the first quarter. Telefaro in for his first series of the evening. Trips to the left. Trying to get it out to John Bowney. Makes the catch at the 40, makes a move, and he is down at the 41-yard line. Enough for a Fargo Invaders first down. Only push it once. Too much touchy. Oh, and now I can't reach the stats, so that's awesome. We're all having all kinds of internet connections. Sometimes you got to have the door open up here. Sometimes you have to have it closed. It's very touchy. I mean, pretty soon we're going to have Sean over here with the tinfoil on his hat, holding his legs in position a certain way. Telefaro looking things over. 2 wide receivers each side. Looking to throw it again. Throws it out to John Bonney once again. Stiff arms a man. Then he's gang tackled by 3 Mud Dogs over at the 46, 47-yard line. Wilson, Allen, and Malloyd on the tackle. They've got names on the back of their uniforms. That is quite handy, Franco. I tell you that.
I like that.
Timeout Mud Dogs. That would be their 2nd timeout of the half already. So we're in the first quarter, and they're already through 2 of their timeouts. Gives a chance for head coach Brent Lundgren to go out there and talk with his team. Got a couple new coaches on offense. We've got Coach Ryan Moss and Adam Schuler up there. We've also got another coach in the booth. I forgot what's Coach Michael's last name. Any idea? Anyone?
We have it here.
Do you?
I did post a link on
I don't
Facebook.
know. I'm talking over here, man. I can't talk and do anything else. That's why I couldn't play sports. I can't talk and chew gum.
So you'll notice we have some new toys. I am getting familiar with the software. Here's one of the things that I really like. So I said Go Invaders here on YouTube. So what I can do is I can bring this right up. I should be able to here.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Fargo Invaders on Facebook. Facebook.com/Fargo Invaders. Also, our website is fargoinvaders.org. Go there for all the latest news and updates on the team. Hey, team president, did you embed the link on the team page or not? For the all right. So if you want to watch the game, you can just go to our team page. That's one-stop shop for everything. Handoff up the middle to Hayden Zenner. Tries to break a tackle, couldn't quite do it. Got him dragging a guy in the back of that jersey.
Brings 3rd and 3 for the Invaders at the 48.
Hayden comes up a bit gimpy there. It's like that left ankle or knee got a little tweaked on that tackle. We'll see if he can walk it off and get back in there. The Invaders do have a large stable of running backs this year. C.T. Davis was a starter. Brandon Jones came out there, and then Hayden Zenner, kind of their big power back. Mud Dogs almost jump offside. Pass to Kevin Irby, breaks a tackle. Still going.
Can he go?
Breaks a tackle. He can go. 10, 5, touchdown, Fargo. You betcha. That slant pass over the middle to Kevin Irby, and he did the rest. Couple times he said, "Get off me." I got reservations for 6.
49-yard reception.
Big play by Kevin Irby there. Puts the Invaders up 13-0 here in the first quarter. And I'm getting a bit frustrated with my own internet over here, Franco. I cannot get anything updated, so that's super awesome.
And this is the dress rehearsal.
Yep. Is yours on there, Sean, or what?
I guess there's actually 1 second on the clock.
Yep.
Lazan
Extra point is kick is up and good by Lazan Tahir. He's 2 for 2 tonight on extra points, and that makes the score 14-0. Fargo Invaders at the end, almost the end of the first quarter. What's going on? So, you want me to do a read, Franco?
Yeah, let's do a read. Who you can do?
Let's start at the top. Moorhead Massage and Wellness. I think you know them.
That's the only graphic I don't have, and it's pretty funny.
Well, put your picture of your face up there.
Well,
then.
it's not here. It's just not working here.
All right. Moorhead Massage and Wellness. It is our mission to work with folks who are on a healing journey and want to stay on track with their balanced life. We also want those who are financially strapped to have access to the care they need. Because of this, we offer a different kind of pricing scale for therapeutic massage, intuitive massage, access bars, energetic balancing, and positional release. They also have Ayurvedic massage.
You're getting better.
I know.
Someday,
but it ruins the joke. But whatever, dude. It's not my Vedic. It's not your Vedic. It's our Vedic. I mean, really? I mean, can't you change the name of it? Can't you rename your? It's gonna be still Ayurvedic style, but it can be.
I would like to
Ayurvedic.
rename it, but that medical system's been around. It's the oldest medical system in the world. I mean, there's really not much I can do.
Yeah, you could try. Kick goes over the return man's head into the end zone. He'll take a knee, bring that ball out to the 25. Is that what we're doing? We're doing NFL rules on kickoffs for the 25?
I believe so. I think it's all NFL rules.
Not all of them. They have a couple that they don't do.
2025, whatever it takes.
I'm not. Yeah, no.
First down and 10, Mud Dogs. at the
That'll be.
20.
They got them marked at the 20. So see, I don't know which one they're going to do.
There we go. That's what I want to do. That was Lazan putting in the end zone.
There it is. You got the instant replay working?
Not yet. It yelled at me. I'm going to try it again.
Well, don't let it happen again.
All right, so we got to be in the second quarter now, right? No, still
Nope.
1 second left. Okay.
The clock didn't start.
It says we're in the third, but that's not true.
That's true.
No, we're in the first.
All right, so you
Someday I'll actually have a scoreboard operator, so I'm
Yeah.
not doing producing and running the scoreboard and all that by myself.
So where did you share the link to this? Did you put it on our Facebook page then?
It's on our Facebook page,
Okay, I got to find that.
and then you can share it.
I'll try. I'm trying to do two things at once. First and 10, once again for the Mud Dogs. I don't know if they've got too many people out there. We got two guys walking off now. Legal substitution on the Minnesota Mud Dogs. First game of the season for the Mud Dogs. They were supposed to have a game, I believe, last weekend, and they could not have that game last weekend due to all the snow we got about a week ago. They have a grass field that they're going to be playing on this year, and unfortunately, due to the weather conditions, the field was not playable last weekend. So this is also a dress rehearsal of sorts for them as well. This is their first game. They're trying to get things in working order for their MPFL season. I think they're ranked in the top 4 in the preseason rankings for that league. Maybe it's top 5, excuse me. So they're looking to try and be competitive and win that league themselves. And I think we're going to get an encroachment.
Yeah, it looks like it to me.
On the Fargo Invaders. Got a little anxious, made that offensive lineman move, and the referee's going to call it. Come on, Link. Give me the link.
Makes it 1st and 10, the 20.
There it is. All right. So now we're back to 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Minnesota Mud Dogs as they try and get something going on offense. Handoff up the middle, a little delay, taken down hard by Jeremy Gordon. The one and only Big Worm. He had one of our biggest plays last year on that fumble recovery for about 90, 95 yards against the St. Paul Pioneers that clinched that game. Huge home win for the Invaders last year. So we are officially done with the first quarter, and after one, it's the Fargo Invaders 14, Minnesota Mud Dogs nothing.
Why don't we run a commercial there, Jace?
Do you have a commercial to
I
run?
have a commercial. We'll do Tailgate Master.
You run that for Tailgate Master.
Hi, I'm Scott Admiral Big Gun Backstrom from TailgateMaster.com. My best-selling blend is called Tears of Our Rivals, and it's an everything blend because, you know, when you're tailgating and it tastes better if it's sprinkled with the tears of your rivals. I really enjoy grilling. I really enjoy tailgating. I really enjoy this type of outdoor football. When I found out that the Invaders have this fantastic team playing right in Fargo, it seemed like a really natural fit to me. I'm a huge Minnesota Vikings fan. My wife is NDSU alumni, so I always cheered for the Bison. You know, Vikings, Bison. Here's another awesome horned-hatted team. At the Invaders game, I was there probably 10 minutes, and I suddenly felt like I'm home. Make sure you check out the concession stand. I'm grilling up burgers and hot dogs. I hope if I can bring anything to the Invaders, it's just a little bit of entertainment. If I can help out a little bit, why not? TailgateMaster.com is a proud sponsor of the 2000.
Thank you once again to TailgateMaster.com for being a great Fargo Invaders sponsor. As we start the second quarter, we are now at about 2nd and 6 for the Mud Dogs. Finally got the win at their back this time. See if they get something going now that they've got the win with them. Handoff up the middle once again. Drives forward. Only gains a couple that time. It'll bring up about 3rd and 4.
Mud Dogs run.
So 3rd and short, or 3rd and manageable, I should say, this time, Franco. I don't know. Are they going to stick with the run this time? Or you think they're trying to get the Callis back there passing once again?
Logic would say you'd have to pass on this down. 3rd and 5? 3rd and 4?
I would be surprised to see a lot of pressure put forward by the Fargo Invaders on this play. As we take our time getting ready. Hopefully they don't have to use our last time out. Number 88 gets over in his position there. Jared Wade. As they're finally set. 4 wide receivers set. Callis rolls to his right. Treen Smith is right there. Tries to turn the corner, get the first down. And he does. Ooh, big hit with their photographer. Someone ought to get her some Gatorade.
That results in a Mud Dog first down.
Runs for a first down there. Callis had to really hit the Jets and get to the outside, get out of bounds. So another first down for the Mud Dogs. Of course, last possession when they did get a first down, they ended up turning the ball over on that interception. Give him a gain of just about 4, exactly what they needed. Maybe make that 5. So 1st and 10 from the 30. Another false start by the left tackle, number 55. That should be Miller. Although I do not have his first name. I was given the last name by the coach. What's his first name?
Johnny Miller.
Johnny Miller.
So if you're out there listening to us, go ahead and leave a comment on YouTube. We want to hear where you're from, where you're tuning in from. Looks like we have somebody who just wants us to subscribe, so I'm not going to put that tweet or that up there. But
thanks for tuning in, Vader Nation. There's your promotion right there for you. So 1st and 15 from their own 25. Callis back in the shotgun with one running back behind him. Handoff up the middle once again to number 5. Tries to break it to the outside. Gains about 5 on that play. That's Michael Malloyd. Once I learn these guys' numbers, it'll be players' names instead of numbers and stuff. But you knew that, right, Franco?
Oh, I knew that.
You're going to be patient with me?
I'm very patient with you.
Sometimes. So 2nd and 9. Got 6 on that play. So the Mud Dogs having a little bit of success. Gotten a couple passes so far.
2nd and 9. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep up. It's a full-time job up
You
here.
need a scoreboard operator.
I need a scoreboard operator.
I know, right? The Mud Dogs have been more effective on the ground so far. They've got 11 carries for 29 yards so far, while they're only 2 of 3 in passing. However, they do have 1 interception. And that should be the last time out of the half for the Mud Dogs with 11:57 to go in the first quarter. Is the clock supposed to be running still? So we have a clock issue as the clock continues to run. So it's a first game for everybody. You want me to read something else, everybody?
Yeah, read something.
All right, let's do the next one down the line is Fargo Spine and Rehabilitation with Dr. Mark Vane. Fargo Spine and Rehabilitation with Dr. Mark Vane is a natural health center that brings uplifting awareness to the surrounding community regarding health problems through personal and business relations, supporting health and wellness within all people from newborns to senior citizens, from office personnel to construction workers. That's Fargo Spine and Rehabilitation in Fargo, North Dakota.
They've been great sponsors of ours for
this.
I think
They have
from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So I know there might be some football some football fans out there tonight that obviously have been tuning into the draft this weekend, and obviously Franco and I, with our with our team's performance last fall, we had some high picks this year, to say the least.
We've got Shane wishing us well.
All right, thank you, Shane.
Thanks, Shane.
2nd and 9. Callis back to pass, under some pressure, throws it out there, overthrows everybody. Pass intended for number 8, Ladarian McAllister. So we'll have 3rd and 9 for the Mud Dogs here in this second quarter.
So in case you didn't know who you were listening to.
I don't know nobody listens to me. I can tell you that.
We've got the one and only Jay Stenman.
That would be me.
Well, it says Lazanta here.
Well, I can kick
there we go.
Football too.
There's Jace.
Hey-o. So 3rd and 9 now for the Mud Dogs. Invaders showing look like they're going to bring some pressure here. Callis pointing that out. Gordon comes on a blitz up the middle. The blitz gets picked up. Callis scrambles. Taken down by Casey Alowski. Gain of a couple, but that'll bring up 4th down once again. Of course, I need to go look at my messages from Casey so I don't mispronounce his name once again. It's got a V in there that has no use. You know that?
There's a use.
There's no use.
Just because you can't hear it doesn't mean there's no use.
Alaski with a V, which is, that's how it, you spell it how it sounds with a V.
It's like knife with a K.
Yeah, knife.
Kniffy.
Stevens back to punt once again. Gatling back to return this one. Gets it. Tries to get to the outside, turn the corner, and he's tripped up from behind by number 4, Adia Bell.
That was a nice tackle.
It was. Just got him by that 1 foot. Takes him, loses balance, takes him down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Invaders at the 35-yard line. We'll see if we can keep this momentum going on the offensive side of the ball. We'll see who they bring out this possession. Looks like Justin Telefaro is going to come out at quarterback, along with Brandon Jones. This game is one of those games where the Invaders could be rotating a lot of their personnel in to try and get them some playing time. We got a pretty full roster this year, full enough where come game days in the NFL, we're only able to dress 53. I see Hayden Zenner walking on the sideline. A little bit of a limp, but it looks like, from up here at least, it looks like Hayden will be all right. And as I say that, he starts limping a little bit more.
It's just a swagger.
Huh? It's just a swagger. Run to reverse to Constance Jackson. Tries to turn the corner, stay in bounds, and he gets pushed out of bounds just enough by number 34, Eric Johnson. They've run that play a few times today, trying to get Constance Jackson out wide. One of the fastest guys on this Fargo Invaders team.
We got 2nd and 6.
Uh-huh. Javante Johnson comes back in at quarterback.
The ball almost looks like it's on the 40 now. But
Looks like we have Dante Starr in the game, too, in the backfield along with Brandon Jones, doing that 2-back set with 3 wideouts. Handoff up the middle to Brandon Jones, spins away from a tackler, gets taken down by a couple men. Gain about 2 out to the 42-yard line. So we've got 3rd and 3, 3rd and manageable for the Invaders. See what the coach tries to call here.
usually that's the easiest thing. I don't worry about
Jones comes out on this play. So a 3 wide receiver set with 2 running backs here. Starr and C.T. Davis in the backfield. C.T. Davis gets a handoff, pushes the pile forward, gains about 5 on that play. Good enough for another Fargo Invaders first down. C.T. Davis, he might be a little bit small in stature, but he is a powerful running back, to say the least, wouldn't you say, Franco?
He does. I like his one-cut style.
He can stop on a dime and leave you 8 cents change. Handoff up the middle this time to Brandon Jones. Tries to bounce out to the outside. Makes a man miss. Got to the outside. Tries to make another man miss. Pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Gain of about 20-some right there. 20-some, that's a technical term too. Burger. Spicy. Getting our orders in for our halftime meal. I got to watch this girlish figure, Franco, just so you know.
You do.
I know. Got to work out, stay in shape.
Let's see. You're going to try some instant replay here. Oh, we got live. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Javante Johnson fakes the handoff to C.T. Davis. Nowhere for him to go. Wrapped up. Taken down at the 45-yard line. Loss of about 10 there. That looked to be more of a read option where there was going to be a designated run by Javante. Unfortunately, the defensive line got back there right away.
Still working on the instant replay. Sorry, guys. You missed that last play, but trust me, there wasn't much to see there.
No. Could have watched the replay of that. Problem is we don't have a lot of time between plays, Franco.
No, we're really...
You've got to really book it along here.
See, and I got the clock all messed up
Oh,
now.
my goodness.
We're at 7:30.
Yeah. Does it actually run?
It does run.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It is. Once
More two-back set this time. Brandon Jones gets the ball once again, tries to make a man miss, kind of picking his way through the middle there. Gets up to about the 40-yard line. Should be a gain of about 4. Actually, they're going to mark him down at the 41, so gain of 3. So 3rd and 16 for the Invaders. Definite passing situation for them. Obviously, last drive when they had a passing situation, they got the ball to Kevin Irby, and he did the rest.
Let's pull up Kevin.
Pull up Kevin. Exciting season lined up for the Fargo Invaders this season. We've got a 10-game regular season schedule, easy for you to say. 6 of them are designated as home games for the Invaders. 5 here at Sid Cichy Stadium and 1 game over at Moorhead High School. I'm drawing a blank on the name of their stadium.
I should probably know that.
Javante Johnson. Screen pass to John Bonney. Tries to make a couple guys miss, and unfortunately, the Minnesota Mud Dogs decided no. So it brings up a 4th and 14 for the Invaders from the Minnesota Mud Dogs 39-yard line. In this situation and the way the game's going, the Invaders are going to go ahead and try and go for it. Kind of work on some scenarios here, in a sense, for the team. 4th and longs in critical situations in the season. You're going to want to be able to have your plays that are going to work and be able to get those first downs when you need them. Mud Dogs bringing pressure up the middle. It's picked up. Throws the pass out.
Yeah,
Penalty flag as they try to get the ball to Kevin Irby once again. Going to be pass interference. Going to be another Fargo Invaders first down. I think that Malloyd was out there in coverage, and he might have tripped up and just kind of fell into Kevin Irby on that play. Are you going to get the replay to work this time there, buddy?
I'm going to try.
Let's see if we can do it. Automatic first down for the Invaders. About a 15-yard penalty.
I think I'm not going to try. I don't think we have enough time here. They're moving quick.
You want me to tell them to slow down?
Let's see.
Could you guys slow down because we're trying to do replays? You can maybe have it queued up for the next break between plays. Is that possible? I don't know if that software can do that. So 1st and 10 for the Invaders at the 25-yard line of the Mud Dogs. Jones and Davis in the backfield with Johnson. Handoff once again to Brandon Jones. No room that time. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. So we'll see what they want to do here in almost the edge of the red zone. Do we want to change the name of the red zone to the orange zone?
Sure. We can do that. Giants do the green zone. So
it doesn't sound quite. I have trouble saying orange.
Actually, I think that's a Tom Coughlin thing, the green zone.
Oh.
Is that true? I think it is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because you're a Giants fan. It's got to be true. So 2nd and 10 for the Invaders. Johnson back to pass. Throws it out. Almost picked off by Adia Bell. Had it in his hands. Couldn't come up with it. Trying to get the ball, I believe, to Kevin Irby. So it'll bring up 3rd and 10. Although it looks like they might have marked him a yard loss on that running play, so it might be 3rd and 11. So 3rd down for the Invaders. Definite passing down here. Last time on 3rd and long, they got a pass interference penalty. Mud Dogs fake like they're going to bring some pressure. Johnson throws it out. Throws out to Nick Jackson.
Ooh.
Good defensive play. Nice breakup by number 14, Kevin Randall. So incomplete. Brings up 4th down. He kind of had Jackson out there. Unfortunately, he could not quite go up and get that one over the defender. I'm going to stand over here by you, Franco. You want a nice shoulder rub there, buddy?
I would love that.
You should get a masseuse to do that.
You should.
I wonder if you know anybody that does massages.
I heard that Moorhead Massage and Wellness Center was pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I can't confirm that though. So 4th and 11 for the Invaders. Johnson back to pass, rolling to his right, trying to find someone. Throws it across the middle. John Bonney caught inside the 10 at the 5-yard line. John Bonney If you need a first down, find John Bonney. He's the quicker picker-upper.
Not defending.
It's a quicker picker up.
And our team president's wife just shakes her head at me and my jokes. It's a bounty joke. Come on, Amber. Jeez.
It's good. I like that. Been working on that all season?
No, I did that last year.
Did you?
Because you were down on the sidelines doing.
I didn't hear it. Yep.
You were down on the sidelines doing pictures and stuff and video, and left me all alone up here. I have to talk to someone. I talked to myself. So 1st and goal inside the 5. C.T. Davis in the backfield. Johnson.
Ooh, nice tip. That was a touchdown.
If he would able to get that over that defender, John Bounty had one-on-one coverage on the slant pattern. And if there's one thing that we know is that when John Bounty gets one-on-one coverage on formations like that, left there on an island, that slant pattern is one of the most effective tools against any defense in this league.
The other thing we know about John is anything that comes near him, he catches.
Absolutely. After watching the draft this weekend, he's got a good catch radius.
A good catch radius, that's right.
A good burst, good hip movement.
Listen to us.
Listen to Mel Kiper too much, and that's what happens.
Who the hell is Mel Kiper?
So the Invaders go with kind of their jumbo formation here, bringing in extra beef to try and block. Javante with all kinds of time just kind of throws that one away to the back of the end zone.
Force that in there.
Yep.
I think he had CT for a minute on the flat.
Yeah, I think they might have originally been looking to C.T. Davis kind of rolling out. Yes, Amber, we know who Mel Kiper is.
No, I do.
He did. Gotcha.
It's a joke. Who the hell is Mel Kiper?
I'm more of a McShay guy myself.
What do I do with my hand?
Amber with the jokes over here. 3rd and goal for the Fargo Invaders. Telefaro in at quarterback right now. C.T. Davis behind him. Fakes the pass to C.T. Davis. Throws in the end zone. Incomplete. Pass intended for Constant Jackson. A little bit of a bad angle here in the booth. I'm going to have to jump over Franco so I can see when they put plays into that far corner over there.
Why are you always complaining?
Why are you even talking?
I don't know. I should be muted.
It's just I mean, you get feedback when your mic's on.
I know. It's just terrible.
You have nothing positive to say. So 4th and goal for the Invaders. Telefaro still in at quarterback with C.T. Davis behind him. The Mud Dog stacking that line, trying to prevent another touchdown. Telefaro throws it in the end zone.
It's too far.
Too far out of the end zone. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. So that'll give the Minnesota Mud Dogs the ball back, but they will be inside their own 5-yard line to start their next possession. I'm not sure. Obviously, Hayden Zenner is a little bit banged up. But what do you think about the play calling there inside the 5-yard line? I would have preferred to see them kind of trying to line it up in smash mouth and try and get that ball in the end zone rather than trying to kind of they basically tried to a little deception there, trying to fake the run and then roll out and pass.
When they had CT in the backfield, and I think it was 2nd down, they had CT in the backfield, and then they had the 3 receivers on the right or the near side here. I thought that they were going to run it in with CT there.
Absolutely.
It looked like they had a nice formation there.
Yep. So a missed opportunity for the Invaders. Game remains 14-0 with 3:12 to go in the second quarter. So once again, Warren is back in at quarterback. Looks like he's got Malloyd behind him in the backfield. Handoff up the middle to Malloyd. Nowhere to go. Did he even get out of the end zone?
That's going to be close with safety.
I think that he got out.
I think he got, yep.
And then they got pushed back in the end zone. So they're going to mark him down at the 1. So that's a loss of 3. So 2nd and 13 from their own 1-yard line. The Mud Dogs have to be careful. If they have a bad exchange, I mean, it could result in 6. And so if something bad happens, they're going to have to be prepared to maybe just fall on it or just take the safety and not worry about giving up the touchdown. So we'll see what they try to do here. It'd be a really gutsy call to try and throw the ball in this position. And maybe that might be their best play to try and catch the Invaders off guard because they're looking for that safety, possibly even a touchdown if they can force a fumble. So 2nd and 13, almost to the 2-minute warning. Warren is looking to pass it, throws it out there, throws it high. Mike Ford made sure that that pass was not completed. Knocks down Keontae Johnson, so that brings up 3rd and long from deep inside their own territory. Clock stop with 2:06 remaining. How's your scoreboard clock? 2:07?
2:07, not bad. Not bad.
That was a Jay Leno impression right there all of a sudden.
I like that. It was good.
As the bell tolls, we'll see if the Mud Dogs can get out of the shadow of their own goal line, if I can think of the analogy I'm trying to use here.
I just put up Wallow's information. I'm looking for him right now to
just
make the
in
play.
case.
This is it right here.
Wallow is a man and a half.
56 here.
He and along Anthony Antonio.
Near side end.
Anthony backs off, trying to look like he's up out of his formation, or up out of his stance. Trying to pass it here. Throws it. Is actually complete. Taken down at about the 16-yard line. That'll be enough for a Minnesota Mud Dogs first down.
And that'll bring up the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. That was an aggressive play call by the Mud Dogs. Had to try and make something happen with the problems they've had on punting today. They wouldn't want to punt out of their own deep in their own end zone. So the 2-minute warning has happened if we can get the clock to stop. So 1st and 10 for the Mud Dogs, and let's do a read. Next on the list, Wear Repair. Wear Repair is Fargo's newest and fastest growing repair store. Wear Repair is family owned, and we care about your devices and want to make sure that you are a satisfied customer. We understand that most customers are in a hurry, and we value your time. As I choke on the air, bring in your own device, and you will get same-day service with the best service in town. At Wear Repair, we do computer repair and phone repair. However, we do so much more. We work on all kinds of devices and even work on home networks. We can even come to your home to service your device. And if you have a small business and need IT service, look no further than Wear Repair. As I almost have issues talking there, but, you know.
A little unknown fact about Wear Repair, they did our game tickets this year.
Oh, did they?
In our promotional materials for Facebook and that type of stuff. Brian Ware, thank you
Cool.
so much for
Yes.
all you do for us.
I think they're actually Brian and, isn't it Danny Ware?
Yeah, I think Brian was the one that just did the graphics for us, though.
But they are not related to defensive back number 6, Johnny Ware, just in case anybody was wondering.
Different Ware.
Different Ware. Wear and tear, right?
If you say so.
So are we not done with the 2-minute warning here, fellas? Now we had it before. So are we at 2 minutes or we at a minute 50?
Is the clock right?
So that's the correct time. Oh, this is so confusing. You need a scoreboard operator.
It's the ref's first game.
Yeah, it's a ref's first game. It's our first game.
There's so many excuses.
There's so
going
many.
on.
Yes, exactly. I don't understand what's going on right now.
Let's see. Do we have any more YouTube comments?
Probably not. John Seaman.
Let's pull his up. Just a minute here.
Warren stumbles in the backfield trying to throw it. Getting chased down. There it is, that man, Cornelius Wallow.
Here, let's put that name up there.
You've got to get up high to get down Wallow. He loves that joke, by the way. Cornelius Wallow making his presence felt there. We would have preferred to have had that happen the last play and not given up the first down.
Timeout, Fargo Invaders.
Invaders call timeout, trying to conserve some of that clock so they can get one more chance with the ball before halftime.
Invaders fans and get sign up for the Fargo Invaders YouTube.
So let's do one more quick read.
Who you got?
Quick one is Discovery Benefits. Discovery Benefits, award-winning and people-centered. The cornerstone of our business is to provide responsive and flexible administrative services that create value for our clients and their employees. We are a customer-focused organization blending people and technology to provide high-quality customer service and administration. That's Discovery Benefits. Right?
Right.
Yeah, be quiet.
I'm not sure what the clock is doing, but it's running on the field, which it shouldn't be. But I'll do it right up here.
You do that, because we stopped the clock. We call timeout.
Well, we have a second. I'm just going to let people know that I am munching on a hot dog from Tailgate Master.
TailgateMaster.com. Everything tastes better with the tears of your rivals. One of the best seasonings out there. As we work on our timing issues, minute 36 remaining on the game clock now. So we have a second and I believe it's technically a country mile. And a false start's going to back him up another half the distance to the goal. So the first down, you would need to get to the 27, and they are now at the 20, or they're at the 2.5, maybe the 3. So they need about second and 24.
We got 25 in. Second and 25.
Still a minute 36 to go. Warren is still in at quarterback. We'll see what they try and do this time. Last time they were down, backed up deep in their own end zone. They end up throwing the ball for a first down. Let's see if they can do that again. So they're going with a 4 wide receiver set with 1 back joining Warren in the backfield. Snap taken halfway deep in the end zone. Throws that pass out there. Intended for Mike Ford's side of the field. No go there. Pass intended once again for Keontae Johnson. How was that hot dog, buddy?
The hot dog was great.
That's good because my hamburger's still sitting right there.
I can mute myself.
I know, right?
It's great. You only got a minute 32 left.
That's a minute 32. That's not a big deal.
I will change the clock.
14-0 is our score still. Invaders trying to get the ball back for one more possession before the half, or maybe get a big play out of the defense here. Invaders' defense is obviously looking sharp as always. New players, new quarterback on the offensive side of the ball, trying to get things rolling on offense. They've had some good plays. Nice touchdown run by Hayden Zenner. And obviously the big 49-yard touchdown pass to Kevin Irby. Kevin Irby, we had a scrimmage a couple weeks ago. Kevin Irby's been playing really, really well early on in this season. So another penalty flag, a delay of game. Going to back them up another 1.5 yards, it looks like, since they're at the 3. So that'll mark him down at the, is the ref being nice and marking it at the 2?
I think so. I backed him up 1 yard, though.
Yeah. 3rd and 25.
26.
25. They're at the 2. Get to the 27.
Fine.
25 yards. Don't argue with me.
I agree, Matthew.
Since the lineman's feet are on the goal line.
I'm going by where that stick thing is. Looks like it's at the 2.
I'm going by the ref.
Warren takes the snap, rolls to his right. He's got to be careful about going out of bounds. Pass is complete and taken down at the 5-yard line. Clock running. Fargo Invaders take a timeout. So 4th and long. Going to force the Mud Dogs to try and punt this one out of there. We'll see if they have any better luck with their punting unit this time. Do you have any viewers out there today, Franco?
Yeah, we've had a bunch. Let's see. I haven't checked it recently. We've got 13 now.
4th down
I feel like
at
we had
20.
more when we were on Facebook, but it's easier to watch.
You can embed that link in
21.
Facebook.
Huh?
You can embed that link into Facebook for us.
Can we embed on Facebook?
I don't know.
We
You can
already
try
did
it. Just share it some more.
Yeah.
A couple return men are deep. Looks like we've got.
We could always put it on Facebook for the second half. Change it up. It's only a few people there.
Jordan Perkins comes off. Jermaine Armstrong, it looks like, is back to return this punt. Is that right? Is that 37 or is that 17? Gets the kick
It's
off.
37.
Hits down at the 40, bounces backwards. Gets a nice Mud Dogs roll. It'll be down at the 45-yard line.
Down at the 45.
So the Invaders will have the ball with 1:15 remaining in the first half. 1st and 10 at the Mud Dogs 45-yard line. Let's see if they can get a big play and get into the end zone one more time before half.
Yeah, let's throw up this YouTube comment from John Seaman.
How do you do that?
Apparently it's not doing it.
Oh, well. Maybe that's because of what he said. Did you ever think about that?
Could be.
We have a viewer in Helena, Montana. That's excellent. Nice to see you out there watching this.
There we go.
Johnson back in at quarterback. Looking to his right, throws it out there. Intended for John Bonney, who's got a step on his man. Catches it, goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Fargo. You betcha.
All right.
John Bonney beat his man, had a step on the defender. And Javante Johnson gets that pass out there. John Bonney does the rest for the touchdown. Another somewhat difficult catch on John's part. Just goes up and takes that ball away from the defender. Brings it into the end zone. So with 1:07 to go in the second quarter, Fargo now leads 20-0. Are you able to get the replay?
I am. We'll do it after the extra point here.
That's a good job. Chad McQuaid in to snap it to Justin Telefaro for a Lazan Tahir point after touchdown attempt. Snap, set, kick is up. And it's good.
Tahir's kick is good.
So, once again, with 1:07 remaining in the first half, your Fargo Invaders now lead 21-0 over the Minnesota Mud Dogs here
Fargo Invaders.
at Shanley High School at Sid Cichy Stadium. Can you
All
get that
right.
replay?
Let's try that replay.
So,
Playing the extra point.
get that pass out there. John just goes up, takes that pass away from the defender, and runs it into the end zone. Is that how it showed on the screen?
That's how it showed on the screen. We got it.
Good. So there we go. 21-0 is your score.
Well, we'll get the right player up there. Give me a second. Bonnie's 85. Let's see. John Bonney. There he is.
John Bonney,
There he is.
out of Concordia College. He was a NEFL All-Star last year. He was he the only wide receiver they picked for the All-Stars?
For the Invaders.
Well, no, not just for the Invaders. How many were there? 4?
4 in the West, 4 in the East.
Oh, I see. John Bonney for this team is a definite playmaker.
He led the league in yards, catches, and touchdowns.
Led the league in yards, touches, and touchdowns. Touchdowns and catches. Touches would be different. That's usually a running back.
For receivers, he led in touches.
Well, that's true.
He had more catches.
Tahir gets his foot into this one. Taken by Bell. About the 17-yard line. Makes a move to the middle. Tries to get some blocking. Taken down at about the 27-yard line. So we are down to 1 minute remaining in the first half.
1 minute remaining in the quarter.
And with this defense that the Invaders have, it's not out of the realm of possibilities, Franco, to get one more score before halftime. Unfortunately, they only have one timeout. So they're going to have to come up with a defensive play, a takeaway of some sort to try and get that ball back and give Johnson and John Bonney another chance to try something deep. We'll try and get an update at halftime on what's going on with Hayden Zenner. It does look like a minor ankle injury, like he got rolled up on a little bit. So we'll see if he's able to play any more tonight, or if they'll kind of designate some of his carries to someone else. Zenner's one of those players this year, Franco, that I'm excited about seeing what he can do. He's looked good in practice, and when he's actually got some chances to play, when we did our scrimmage, and obviously this week, he can do some things. Handoff up the middle to number 44. Rumbles ahead, gets taken down at about the 34-yard line.
Here's Roderick.
Gain of about 6.
Watching from Charleston, South Carolina. That's awesome.
Awesome, Roderick. Thanks for joining us.
Send some of your warm weather up this way, please.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice out, beautiful out today.
Kenny Daniels checking in with us. Also, Jason Howard. Looks like he might be a member of the Minneapolis Warriors.
Whitcomb, the ball carrier.
There's Jason.
No gain.
No gain on that rush up the middle. Once again by Maverick Whitcomb. Now that's a good name right there, Maverick.
3rd down and 5.
So 3rd and 5. Clock is still running. I don't think the Invaders are going to take their last time out. Referee on the sideline has it marked as 2nd down. I believe they've ran 2 plays so far. So we'll see what we do here. Looks like it's going to be the last play of the first half. Callis back into And at quarterback, rolls to his right, under pressure. Gets a big block, throws it deep for his intended receiver, overthrows it. Pass was intended for Ladarian McAllister, and that is halftime. So after the first half of play of our opener here in Fargo at Sid Cichy Stadium, your Fargo Invaders lead 21-0 heading into the halftime break. Do you have something you're going to do at halftime so I can take a break and eat?
No, we'll do. We'll throw this up.
Okay.
And we'll keep that up there. We'll clear that layer up. We'll do that. And that will just play. And we're going to mute ourselves. And we're going to go and take a break.
All right, so we'll be back in about 12 minutes for the second half of the Fargo Invaders and the Minnesota Mud Dogs with the score. Fargo Invaders 7. Welcome back, everybody, to Fargo Invaders football, live on the Fargo Invaders Radio and Entertainment Network, the Fire Network. Looking at the stats of the first half for the Minnesota Mud Dogs, Sam Warren was 2 of 3 for 11 yards. Juice, how do you say his name there, buddy? Jusias, Jesus, Justice.
Where you see it?
Right there. Justice Callis, 2 of 6. I don't think our stats are quite right because he's got him as minus 71 yards.
I'm updating it right now.
All right, thank you, sir. He did have 1 interception. Javante Johnson was 3 of 10. Now it's 1 of 4. All right, maybe we won't talk about the stats right away. What did you want to talk about, Franco?
Well, we could put up some YouTube comments we've got over the halftime.
You do that.
So we've got Ken who's commenting on, I think, John's touchdown.
Scoring recap from the first half.
That is true.
Fargo touchdown scored by Hayden Zenner at 9:51.
There we go. There's Ken's. I
All
was
right.
wondering why that was taking so long.
I don't know.
And then, so there we go. And then we had Micah down in Florida today.
Mm-hmm.
Been down in Florida, I guess.
Got to get that golf in.
They must be running some sort of program here.
Looks like the River City Rough Riders are all over the Minnesota Vipers today. 48-0, according to our viewer, Jason Howard.
There we go. There's Micah.
There it
I'm
is.
not really sure what was going on here. And we have Dave.
Talking about a good half, and it was a good half. Actually, the one negative for the Fargo Invaders, a quick update from the sideline. Hayden Zenner is out with a knee injury. Unfortunately, I was hoping it was going to be an ankle issue, but it's a knee injury. So Hayden was only able to get 2 rushes for 9 yards. Did get the touchdown, though, to get things started off for the Fargo Invaders. But he's now out with what looks like a left knee issue right now. Although right now it looks like he's icing in an ankle on the sideline. So we'll have to wait and see what things happen, see how things go, blah, 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 this coming week once Hayden hopefully gets checked out and find out what the actual issue is. Fargo Invaders.
Micah's asking you to get your stuff together.
I'm trying. Get that stat guy together. It's the stat guy. It's not me. I'm not the stat guy. I'm trying to read the stats. It's that Pesnick guy. Fargo's set to return this kick. John Bowney. And it looks like number 19 is back deep. John Bowney takes the ball. Runs it up the middle. Pushing forward. Still going. Out to the 40-yard line and plows forward. I think, it wasn't Dante Starr. That must have been 37 once again. 37 is Jermaine Armstrong. Yes, Jermaine Armstrong was out there. So 1st and 10 for the Invaders at their own 42-yard line to start things off here in the second half. Good return by John Bowney. He's multi-talented. Multifaceted. Justin Telefaro out to start the half at quarterback with C.T. Davis behind him. Toss play to the left. Defender got back in there, but then C.T. was able to avoid him and gain a couple yards on that play. Had some defenders break through that line of Fargo. Caused C.T. to cut back. But able to still get a couple yards on that first play. So 2nd and 8 for the Fargo Invaders here. Just the initial stages of the second half. You can change your timeouts left, you know that, because we got all new timeouts.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
I know, look at that. Look at me go. I'm multitasking. Can you believe that?
You're amazing.
I know, right? Constant Jackson in motion. Hand off to C.T. Davis. Got some room off to the left-hand side. Still going. Taken down inside the 40-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's enough for another Fargo Invaders first down.
That's a gain of 19.
C.T. Davis has got such big playability in him that if he sees just a small hole, he can make a cut and be gone in an instant. Am I right?
You were absolutely right.
You're not paying attention to me whatsoever,
I'm not.
are you?
I'm running the instant replay.
Do we need an instant replay on that one? I'm just kidding.
I just thought it was a good play.
First and 10 for the Invaders. Telefaro hands it off up the middle once again to C.T. Davis. Gets taken down by number 34, Eric Johnson.
Second down.
Minimal gain where they depends on the spot. Looks like the ref has spotted the ball for a 1-yard gain, but the stick was moved ahead to that. So 2nd and 9. We'll see if the Fargo Invaders try and kind of establish a dominant run game here in the second half.
You would think that'd be the game plan.
Yep, spin the clock. Everybody up towards the line of scrimmage for the Mud Dogs. Leaving themselves vulnerable to passing. Looks like Telefaro's going to audible. Levi Romich over in at tight end on the left-hand side for Nick Jackson. And
Flag on the play.
delay of game. So one thing I know that Justin likes to do is really take a chance and look over that defense before snapping the ball. And it looked like he was getting the team in the right play. Unfortunately, we kind of ran out of time there. So 2nd now and 14 on this opening possession of the second half. And now we've got a timeout by the Invaders.
Timeout. Minnesota Mud Dogs.
Timeout by the Mud Dogs, excuse me. Initially, the referee pointed towards the Invaders. So 2nd and 14. Let's get another sponsor read in.
It's to Ottertail.
Ottertail, Minn-Dakota Coaches. Ottertail Minn-Dakota Coaches has been providing quality motor coach and school bus transportation for over 44 years. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
You should know that. They are committed to providing quality motor coach and school bus transportation services. In addition to their school bus fleet, they have 6 over-the-road motor coaches providing a variety of transportation services to groups in Detroit Lakes, Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, Pelican Rapids, and the surrounding lakes area. From 1959 to the present, Ottertail Minn-Dakota Coaches has provided exceptional transportation services to Fergus Falls, Ottertail County, and the surrounding communities. Ottertail Coaches provides the transportation needs for the Fargo Invaders, and we'd like to thank them for accommodating our travel needs. Minn-Dakota Coaches. So we're done with that one. Seems like we're getting pressure to advertise for somebody else behind us. Brandon Jones out to the right-hand side, running hard. Gets taken down at about the 31-yard line, just short of a first down. I got 2 into that read that time, you know that?
You did a great job.
Yeah, but I just, I kind of missed the beginning of the play, but,
Third down and 1.
I think I have an email of it, to be honest. But still, it's a lot of pressure. Tailgate Master is still standing right behind me, so I feel like we might have to do that commercial again. Just saying.
That one?
Isn't the only commercial we have? I think I got a couple on the email that we need to look at.
Do you have the wear repair commercial?
We already did that one. Telefaro still in at quarterback with Brandon Jones in it back, running back. Toss play to the left. Jones trying to get to the outside. Turns the corner. Gets enough for that first down inside the 30-yard line. Big hit as he went out of bounds. Brandon Jones did not go down, though. He got pushed out of bounds. So that brings up another first down. As the Fargo Invaders keep on marching.
First down and 10 for the Invaders at the 30-yard line.
Just so you know, Micah liked my quicker picker-upper. Thanks for listening, Micah. Glad you're enjoying. First and 10 at the 30. Telefaro gets ready for the snap. Hand off to C.T. Davis, breaks a couple tackles. Penalty flag on the ground. Usually when the flag is in the backfield, it looks like a hold. But we'll see what they called. Yep, holding on the Fargo Invaders. So we'll back them up 10 yards and try this again.
Brings up first down and 20 from the 40.
You know, if I can find, there was an email from our team president on a couple new reads. I don't remember where he sent those to. So C.T. Davis back in the backfield along with Justin Telefaro. Rolls to his right, trying to throw the ball down the field. Gets it to Kevin Irby. Caught. And I think he slid out of bounds. Gain of about 8 on that play. Good mobility there to get out of danger and get that pass completed.
Brings up second and 13.
Oh, here was one from Michael Guyton.
Yep.
We'll get to that one in a moment at our next break, I think. So second and about 13 for Fargo, trying to finish off this drive here to start the second half. Handoff up the middle of C.T. Davis, cuts it back.
Davis, the ball carrier.
Gets up to about the 31. So that'll bring up 4th and 11.
Brings up third and 11.
Oh, is it 3rd and 11? That guy on the stick, he's on top of things, man.
Yeah, I know.
He had a change before I even had a chance to know that it was only 3rd down. So 3rd and long for the Fargo Invaders. Opening drive of the second half. Clock running under 9 minutes now. You'll have to adjust your clock in a minute.
Hey.
I know. Telefaro audibling. Takes the snap, looking to pass, throws it out. Looking for John Bonney, and makes an adjustment, catches it inside the 15, inside the 10, taken down at about the 6 or 7 yard line, depending on the spot. So that's another first down for the Invaders.
That's a gain of 25.
Big gain of 25 on that play. They are going into the win, so got to kind of really get the right trajectory on that pass in order to get it to go. And that wind kind of pushing it back kind of
I was
helped.
going to say, John did a really good job of coming back to that ball.
Absolutely.
It hung in the air for a little bit.
So first and goal from, it looks like, the 8 yard line. Got to adjust myself so I can.
Do I need to move?
No, you can just hang out there. I'll just be
I'll
right
move forward
behind
just
you.
a little bit.
Snap, handoff up the middle to C.T. Davis. Gets it inside the 5. Probably down by about the 4.
It's a gain of 3.
Conservative marking there by the referee. They'll get it 2nd and goal at the 5 yard line. Fargo mixing things up, running pass, trying to get a rhythm going on offense. Inside the 5 yard line again. They've had one time in the red zone where they came up empty, so the score could actually be bigger than it currently is. Was and is and always will be. Trips to the left, fakes the handoff to Davis. Telefaro rolls right, throws to the back of the end zone.
It's going to be out of the
Caught
end zone.
by Jackson, but he's out of bounds. Jackson's got to be a little bit more aware of where he is in relation to the out of bounds. I think the last time they're down in this same situation, they ran the same play, and I think that the pass was incomplete, but both the defense and offensive players that were going for that pass, they were actually already out of bounds. So 3rd and goal from the 5. We'll see what the Invaders dial up out of the playbook for this play. Going a bunch formation on the right. John Bounty's lined up tight off to the left. C.T. Davis in the backfield with Telefaro.
Flag on the field.
You need a delay game?
Yeah, it looks that way. Looks like there's a 30-second play clock. I think we were talking before the game started. We were expecting it to be a 40-second play clock, I believe.
That's what I was expecting, but it is 30 seconds in the rule book.
Yep, so it is a bit quicker for some of these guys, especially when we've had just scrimmages and practices. There is no play clock that we've had to really worry about. So we've gotten bit by the delay of game penalty a few times now. So 3rd and goal from the 10. Telefaro looking right, throws it out. Too high, intended for tight end Levi Romich. So 4th and goal from the 10. We'll see what the coach wants to do here. Looks like he's going to try once again, since they're inside that red zone, trying to get a touchdown rather than a field goal. I think if the circumstances maybe were different, they'd be more concerned about taking those points and kicking the field goal.
I think that this is just an extended practice here.
So 4th and 10. 4th and goal from the 10. We'll see what they do on this possession, or this play right here. John Bounty's lined up wide to the left. Keep an eye on him. Looks like the Mud Dogs might be bringing pressure up the middle. Telefaro throws it out. Fortunately, no one was there. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Be Minnesota Mud Dogs ball. 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line. Now you can run your commercial. You want to run or you want to read this one?
Read whatever you're going to read.
Okay. It's a very short one for Fargo Chair Rental. Fargo Chair Rental has your chair for weddings, parties, fundraisers, or special events. They're located at 345 at 19th Street North in Fargo. You can say they are Fargo Invader. If you mention Fargo Invaders, you can save 10 to 15% off. So go to Fargo Chair Rentals for all your chair renting needs. Ooh, you got a logo.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. It's like you were prepared for that one or something.
Not for everything. But
not for internet issues, I might add.
Not for internet issues.
Not for internet issues.
But we did prepare this week. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was, some of us were out of town. So 1st and 10 for the Mud Dogs. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle. Nowhere to go there. Looks like Callis is back in at quarterback to start the second half. Looks like they're rotating quarterbacks every other possession between him and Warren. Mud Dogs trying to get something going here. Let me try and look and see if our stats are updated. Callis is only 1 of 5 with an interception, according to the stats right now. He does have 3 carries for 12 yards, though.
Mike is...
I told him earlier that he needs to get some ads. There's no reason why he shouldn't. Micah Arnold Insurance. Contact them for all your insurancing needs.
American Family Insurance. Micah Arnold agent.
Insurancing. Callis rolls to his left, throws a pass.
Oh, intercepted.
Picked up by Josh Gatling. Takes a cut back into the end zone. Touchdown, Fargo. You betcha. Josh Gatling gets that ball, and he just dances his way through traffic into the end zone for a touchdown. His 2nd interception of the night. You do not want to try Josh Gatling one too many times. Looks like we have an update on the Rough Riders score. They are up 54-0. Running clock since the 2nd quarter. And the Minnesota Vipers are in the Northern Elite Football League. Am I correct? They're one of the new teams.
Yes, they are. There's that comment.
Mm-hmm. Joining the league this year, in addition to the Minnesota Vipers, are the Granite City Renegades. And who's the other one that we joined? Oh, the Sioux City Stampede. So those are the 3 new teams after we lost the Minnesota Brawlers. Huh? What's the other team I'm missing, Matt? Oh, that's right. The Med City Freeze. So we actually added 4 teams, but we lost 3, I believe. The Minnesota Brawlers were taken out of the league at the end of the year. Then we lost the Battle Creek Sting, and we also lost, unfortunately, the Chippewa Valley Predators, a long-time semi-pro team of about 17 years.
A successful team.
Yes. They, unfortunately, were not able to field a team this year, which is somewhat surprising. So we're at 11 teams in the league, a little bit of an unbalanced schedule, but we do have some good organizations. I know the Granite City Renegades have been around for quite some time down in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Sioux City. Huh?
Stats are good if you want.
Okay, good. The stats are good finally. The Sioux City Stampede actually won their league last year. I think they were in the Midwest Football Alliance. And the Med City Freeze are a fairly successful team that was in the Southern Plains Football League, a 9-man league, and they're moving up this year to the 11-man Northern Elite Football League. So our footprint as a league has greatly expanded. Now we've got a team in Fargo, a team in Sioux City, multiple teams in the Twin Cities and Wisconsin area, and all the way down to Rochester, Minnesota as well. So we have a different schedule, so we're not playing home and homes with teams in our own division. We've got, just one matchup with each team in the regular season. Lazonta here gets his foot into this one. It's going to be taken by Malloyd. Tries to get to the outside, breaks a tackle, and then taken down by number 46. That's Michael Antonio, brother of Anthony.
Out to the 33.
So decent return for Minnesota. We'll start their next offensive possession, finally out of
First and 10 for the
deep in their own end zone. Deep in their own end, excuse me. So now Callis is now, unfortunately, a 1 for 6 with 2 interceptions. Both of those interceptions of Josh Gatling. One of those returned for a touchdown. And the Fargo Invaders now lead 28-0 with 5:28 to go in the third quarter. Looks like it was a 14-yard touchdown return. There was a penalty on the kickoff. Did you see what the call was?
Offsides.
Offsides, all right.
flag on the field offside.
Are they going to re-kick, or are they just giving them 5 yards and starting? So, that sounds refreshing. Brought to you by
So if you go get a burger at Tailgate Master,
tailgatemaster.com.
you could also have a Pepsi.
Preferably. There'll be those that, are Coke people. Not cocaine, Coca-Cola. Let me just clarify. I am not promoting cocaine. Although that would be quite the lead sponsor all of a sudden for our broadcast. Brought to you by cocaine. Of course, I'd have to talk a lot faster for people to really believe that, although I talk fast enough as it is. So
I don't even know what to say to that. Over here working the scoreboard.
You're just gonna leave me out to dry.
I am. Hey,
okay.
just do your thing, man. Take yourself a hole.
Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. So the kick is now fielded by Keontae Johnson inside the 20. Makes a move out to the right. Still going. Wrestled down at about. We got 2 different spots by 2 different referees. We'll see where they put it.
First down and 10 for the Mud Dogs.
42, 43. What are you guys picking? Pick one. The referees don't know.
So critical.
Well, one's walking out at the 42, one's walking at the 43. Somebody else was at the 41. And it looks like they got it at the 42-yard line. Now that that's solved, I can relax.
I'm glad.
I know. It's a high-stress situation. One of our new additions this year to the team is Landon Moline. He's out there at safety. First game with the Invaders. I see Jordan Perkins out there at cornerback as well, along with Johnny Ware over on the other side. Some of the young guys getting some playing time. Looks like that should be a false start. Or are you going to... No, they're not calling a false start. Well... Oh, there they finally go. The way he was pointing, I don't know if he was pointing at a player that had been, on the false start. Kenny Daniels is obviously agreeing with something I said. Too bad I don't know what it was.
I think he was commenting on Michael's Micah's comment about the conversation earlier on Facebook that not everybody was privy to.
Ah. Warren back at quarterback. It's like another false start. The Mud Dogs are going in the wrong direction, although Keontae Johnson was trying to make a move on standing still Fargo Invaders defense. Still first down, 1st and 20 now. Can you hear this? Nope. Guess not.
Because you're muted.
Oh, that's why.
Try it again.
That's a little quiet. I can turn the
Try it
volume.
again. There we go. Getting the sound bites going now, guys.
We're getting to the sound drop portion of the evening.
Yep, we're getting close to the fourth quarter. Starting to get our technology figured out here.
Well, I had it figured out. We weren't doing it. So 1st and 20 right now for the Mud Dogs.
1st and 20. I'm behind, huh?
Mm-hmm. Low snap. Worn out to throw it. Throws out to the right. Complete. Gain of about 9 on that play. Looks like I got out to Adia Bell, I believe. Looks like some of their players are going to be playing both ways this year. Not a huge roster for the Minnesota Mud Dogs. And sometimes that can be kind of a sign of some of these newer teams, especially teams and maybe some of these lower divisions, just for the simple fact that the people that they draw, I mean, they do get obviously players, but sometimes they just don't get the numbers that a team like the Invaders get. So 2nd and 11 now after that 9-yard pickup. Sam Ward takes the snap, drops back, looking to throw too high. Pass intended for Keontae Johnson. Almost could have got that ball out there if he threw it a little bit harder to Bell. But that goes incomplete, so it's 3rd and 11. Were you going to say something?
I have lots to say.
Nobody wants to hear it.
Nobody wants to hear it, though.
Nobody. Clearly. The full moon is starting to show itself. That's probably the reasons for the internet problems.
I was just thinking about the moon, and I was just wishing that I had a radio communication to my camera operator so I could have him pan in on the moon. But
actually, you could probably just do that by opening the window. But I don't want to tell you how to do your job. Warren under pressure. Down he goes.
Who was that?
Number 90, Gregory Clark. Looks like Mason. Mason. Let me see. Mason is number 51, and his last name is Mason Weedy. So big loss on that play. Taken back about 13 yards. So we have 4th down and 10, 20, 22 yards. 4th and 22 with Stevens back to punt it. Looks like we have Jordan Perkins back deep to return this punt.
I just got a great little massage from Sean Kaufman.
Is he a massage therapist too?
He is. But he is actually the executive producer of The Human Family.
That's what I know him for. That's why I was surprised he was a massage therapist. Bad snap. Stevens has got some room to run out after that bad snap. Oh! Landon Moline says stop.
Stevens, the ball carrier.
So after that, the rest of the team shows up, takes him down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Invaders with great field position. I don't know if that was a designed fake or if that just kind of he had to make something out of nothing. We'll see what running backs and receivers go out there for this possession. It looks like Johnson's going to go out at quarterback, I believe.
You know, Landon's he's one of the guys this year that I'm really excited about. He's a rookie on our team, just came in.
Out of Concordia College.
I like that he's going to be learning from Steve Othello, our normal starting safety. Landon likes to hit, and he's got a good eye for the ball. He's an exciting player. Number 28.
Yeah, his nickname is actually Elmo.
Elmo.
It's not spelled like Elmo. Of course, now I got to find Elmo drop too.
You do.
I know, right? So Javonte Johnson out there, quarterback again with Brandon Jones in the backfield. Trips left. Swing pass out there. That's number 45. That is Quan Priestley. His first touch of the game. So 2nd and 9. Priestley is another young player we have, and as I see the coach running down the field trying to get his play sheet. Surprising quickness for the old fella. He might have to work on his speed and quickness in practice, but he got the job done. That's all we can ask for.
Do some ladder drills.
Exactly. Johnson, draw play over to Brandon Jones, stiff arms one player, trying to get to the outside. Up And over he goes. Just inside the 25-yard line. Gain of about 1 after all of that. Invaders had the blocking kind of headed left, and then they ran that draw play back to the right, trying to get the defense going one way and come back the other way.
Third down for the Invaders at the 20.
3rd and 8. C.T. Davis joins Johnson in the backfield this play. Bounty, Jackson, and Irby are out there. Javante rolling right, trying to make something happen. Makes a man miss, still going, spin move. Taken down inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. Gain of a couple more.
Brings it to the 23, brings up 4th down for the Invaders.
So
Fourth and
4th.
about 7, I'd say.
Yeah, they did not get a good spot on that. They've got it marked at about the 24. I think he got farther than that, but regardless, still 4th down.
Where are my other cameras so we can cut to them?
I don't know. I think you left him at the
They're at the office.
Always got to tell you what you got to do. Johnson takes the snap, looking to throw it out right.
got
Got
it
Kevin
in.
Irby.
All right,
Catches it
Kevin
into
Irby.
the end zone. Touchdown, Fargo. You betcha. Kevin Irby, the 2nd touchdown of the day on a pass from Javante Johnson. 24-yard touchdown, pitch and catch.
Fargo Invaders.
That makes the score 34-0. Am I correct?
It is 34-0.
All right, the scoreboard operator's got it at 29. I guess we only get 1 point for that. Guess we did the PAT first, and we'll get 6 points for the extra point, huh? Maybe. Maybe not.
Extra point here.
Lazan to here on to kick the extra point. Snap, set, and the kick. And to here is once again perfect.
Kick is good.
So your score, with 1:01 remaining in the 3rd quarter, your Fargo.
All right, let's go. Let's see here.
Stop living in the past. That far past.
Oh, I think I messed it up. Sorry, guys.
Oh, no. It was a nice catch. Kevin Irby kind of went up and over and took that ball away and fought his way into the end zone. Kevin Irby continues his solid play to begin this season. As he scores another touchdown.
They got the extra point, right?
You know, Kevin was telling me something at halftime, and I just said, you know what?
Nobody asked you, Kevin!
Here we are. Sound drops.
Lazan to here, set to kick it off once again. Next chance, when we do the change here, we're going to have to do another read, I think. Once we get this play done and we get the offensive and defensive.
You know, I've got another commercial I can run. Do you want to read? Do we got to do
let's
read?
do this read first.
Let's do the read, okay.
To here gets his foot into this one. Be caught at about the 17-yard line by Bell. Switches directions on the field, trying to get to the outside. Taken down by number 32. That is Andrew Uglum. So they will mark that 1st down and 10, and a penalty flag now. Some words being exchanged by, it appears, Malloyd and someone else. Dante Starr, possibly. We'll see who the penalty's on. Was marked down at unsportsmanlike conduct on the Invaders. I don't think the referees have this. They've got the sticks going the wrong direction. They've got it marked at the 49-yard line going back towards their own 39-yard line. So they're backwards.
So ball is placed at the 34-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Mud Dogs.
So this is the first time the Mud Dogs have been this deep into Fargo Invaders territory. Quick read, Rumors Tavern and Dakota Cafe. Stop into Rumors Tavern and Dakota Cafe for some hot food and cold beverages. Full breakfast menu Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. and Saturday from 7 to 10 a.m. Home-cooked lunch specials and delicious evening menu items. Follow them on Facebook and ask about our steak fries, rib suppers, and live entertainment. That's Rumors Tavern and Dakota Cafe. You got a comment up there for everybody?
Got some Micah action.
So 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line for the Mud Dogs. Attempted pass too high, intended for McAllister.
Man, that was dangerous.
Callis back in at quarterback. So we're going to have to save my favorite read here now for the fourth quarter, I would probably guess.
I know what's coming.
Everybody knows what's coming. John, you better be watching. That's all I can say.
Here, let me send in the link real quick.
Okay, you do that.
Make sure.
So 2nd and 10 for the Mud Dogs. Callis back out there at quarterback once again. Looks like we got motion on the Mud Dogs once again. Back them up 5 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 15. As we're trying to get through this third quarter. 46 seconds left in the third. Is that correct?
It is third. Or it is correct. Did I say it's third?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you, Christian.
I was waiting for that.
Well, I keep wanting to click it with my mouse, and I don't have to with this new program. So 2nd and 15 now from the 39-yard line. Callis at quarterback. Rolls to his right. Trying to find someone to throw it to. Throws it out there. Cabas is complete. Tackled by Landon Moline. We'll see if they mark it for a first down or if it's a yard short. It's close to a first down. We'll see where they...
They're going to give it to him.
They got to reset the sticks. I think they actually, it should be at the first down, should be at the 24, and they got down at the 25.
Oh, they're
So gain of 14 on the play.
3rd and 1.
Is it 3rd and 1? I thought it was only 2nd and 1.
He's got 3rd up.
All right, well, we'll go with that.
Officials ruling is 3rd and 1.
At least, I don't know if the people at home can hear the play-by or the PA announcer, but sometimes I get good information just by listening to him. He knows what he's doing, I tell you that. And a stoppage by the referees.
We're going to go to the fourth quarter.
So after 3 quarters, your Fargo Invaders lead 35-0 over the Minnesota Mud Dogs. You want to go to a commercial break? You have a commercial?
I've got a commercial.
All right. So you are watching Fargo Invaders football on the Fargo Invaders Radio and Entertainment Network. We'll be back right after this.
Ancient Ayurvedic treatment. It balances the hemispheres of the brain. It helps insomnia, depression, anxiety, and so on. It's a deeply relaxing and rejuvenating experience, which can be greatly profound for the body, mind, and spirit.
Callis rolls to his left. Passes complete to number 3 inside the 15-yard line. Enough for a first down for the Minnesota Mud Dogs. That was pass complete to Michael Wilson. You had to cut your commercial short there, it looks like.
Yeah, we cut that short. They were quick.
That's because we don't have someone on the field telling them to wait until the commercial's done.
Again, we should have a headset with a radio so we can communicate with the people outside of the booth.
We need that guy with, the big, fluorescent orange or whatever sleeve to tell him to, stop.
We could get a red flag. We could just throw that out.
That's for the challenges. You know that. So the Mud Dogs inside the red zone for the first time tonight, trailing 35-0. Callis rolls to his right. Penalty flag is on the ground. Gets to the outside pass. Jameis Neal ducks out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. We'll wait and see what the penalty flag is. Usually that should be encroachment on the defense since they didn't stop the play. Cornelius Wallow's still on the ground. He might just be taking a moment there. Yep.
Looks like he's upset with himself.
Got a couple push-ups in.
No, we lost our little logo up here. Let's just
Hey now.
throw that in there too.
Pretty brisk spring evening here in Fargo. 53 degrees. Perfect weather for football for the players, that's for sure. Is Wallow cramping up a little bit? He's getting some stretching in. Kind of tough. You got to get acclimated to playing football, especially when the weather gets warm. So we'll wait. I think the referees are going to mark this off 5 yards against the Invaders. Remain first down. So 1st and 5
at the 9.
inside the 10-yard line for the Mud Dogs. Excuse me, I got to stand over here so I can see. Clock running now, 14:02 and counting. So 1st and 5 at the 9, so the Mud Dogs can get a first down without even having to get in the end zone. So go trips left with Callis out there at quarterback. That same play the Invaders tried to run, a little draw play to the other side. Gain about 2 on that play.
You have a final update. Cowboys over the SaberCats 53-0.
Stanley Cowboys are in a different league, but they did play the River City Rough Riders last weekend. And the Twin City SaberCats are in the MPFL this year. The remaining teams that were left, it was kind of a unique situation, if you recall, Franco, that the NSFL was set to have about a half dozen teams this year. And we actually gained, I believe, 3 of them. And then the other 3 went to the MPFL. So the Northern States Football League, a league that the Invaders were once a part of, is not in, in existence this season.
That's right.
So we've got the NEFL up here, and we've got the MPFL up here. Callis trying to look to his left, throw a pass out there, lofts it up, and it is incomplete, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Had some pressure there from, looked like it was 31 on the coverage, I believe. Oh, it was 19? It was Jordan Perkins. I believe Cornell King might have been out there as well. I know Jermaine Armstrong was also in the area too. So 3rd and 5 for the Mud Dogs. Still trying to get in the end zone for the first time this season.
Make some noise for this Invaders defense.
We'll have to see what they do inside the 10. The Fargo Invaders obviously have gone for it both times that they've gotten into situations like that. And I believe Invaders would be, 2 of 4 inside the red zone or inside the 10?
I believe you're correct.
So Callis takes the snap, throws it out, intended for a fade in the corner. Pass interference. That's going to be a penalty on Cornell King. The referee thought he had too much contact there with the intended receiver. Looks like they were going for number 8, Ladarian McAllister. Looked like they're trying to kind of take advantage maybe of a size discrepancy between the receiver and the defensive back. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Minnesota Mud Dogs inside the 5. Looks like they're going to have them start out at the 3. Nope, supposed to be the 1. So timeout taken by the Minnesota Mud Dogs. They are trying to get on the scoreboard tonight. At least get on the scoreboard, make it look a little bit more respectable for them. Let's see. Do we have? Oh, I know what time it is. You know what time it is. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I don't have it. I don't have his.
You don't have
logo.
his logo? I sent that to you months ago.
I know you did, and I did not load it this time.
All right, whatever. Jonathan Atkins' love of racing drew him into photography. Through GoFar Photo, he is able to capture the vast array of photographic opportunities to push him to continue to better his photography. Since first picking up his camera, Jonathan has realized that this same search for the decisive moment has led him to search far and wide for varied opportunities to practice the art of photography. Go for a photo.
I love it so much.
I know, right?
I don't know how anybody else would ever want to hear any other read.
Somebody's like, why didn't you read mine that way? I do what I want. I know. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So first and goal for the Mud Dogs in that 3 running back set that they started with at the beginning of the game. Callis under center. Movement on the left-hand side once again by Johnny Miller. And I know he's gotten a number of false starts tonight. However, it's a little bit tough when you've got a defensive line like the Fargo Invaders has that you're lining up across from. It's not exactly easy to stay in your stance until it's snapped because you've got the very aggressive front 3. Then you've got your front 8. You don't know where that pressure is coming from at any given point in time.
That's what's so nice about this 3-5 defense is you just don't know where that 5th guy is. Absolutely. Or you might know where he is, but you don't know what he's in. If he's dropping the coverage, or if he's coming, or
it's a mind game, and this type of defense puts a lot of pressure on offenses. So first and goal now from the 6. Callis is running to his right. Option pitches it back to his running back. Taken down at the 6-yard line. It looks like.
I think we're going to get a holding call.
Ooh, that would be beneficial to the Invaders right about now. Get that pitch back to Malloyd.
No, another false start.
Oh, false start. Back him up 5. We'll try it again. So Callis in on this drive. Obviously, I would almost say a little bit more mobile than Warren. But he has not had the statistics tonight compared to Warren. He is, let's see, refresh the stats here. So if anybody is interested, you go to northernelitefootball.com and you click on the game that you're watching, and you can get live updated stats there. And even the game feed is actually being streamed right there as well, so you can do everything in one spot. Callis is 3 of 10 tonight, passing with 2 interceptions, trying to change the narrative on that stat line of his and trying to get his team in the end zone. Penalty flag for illegal substitution once again on the Mud Dogs. It's the second time that's happened to him tonight. Back him up another 5 yards. 12:02 remaining. The Mud Dogs have taken kind of 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and then a 3rd step. Trying to get everybody on the same page to try and get in the end zone. So first and goal from the 16 now. Callis rolls to his right. He's going to run with it. Throws it. Picked off. Intercepted right there by Jermaine. Taken down at about the 15-yard line. Threw it right to him. Jermaine Armstrong. Jermaine Armstrong is a new addition to our team as well. So that gives the Fargo Invaders the ball once again and preserves the shutout. So with 11:41 to go in the game, turnover once again for Callis. It's his 3rd interception on the evening. So we'll give the Invaders another chance to get out there and run some offense. Right, Franco?
Absolutely.
I know, right?
First down and 10, Fargo Invaders at the 15.
Oh, let's see.
You can't win!
It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun, okay?
I'm having fun.
I know that we're just talking about that sound drop. So Telefaro into the game once again. Looks like he's joined in the backfield this time by Robert Tofia and Dante Starr. Roberts' first carry of the evening. Got a big hole off to the left-hand side. Still running hard. Gets out to about the 24-yard line. just shy of another first down. Gain of about 9 for Tofia.
That's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
And as the PA announcer confirms what I had seen. 2nd and 1 for the Invaders. Looks like we have Izzy Hernandez out there at left tackle right now with
Izzy.
Christian Beatty. Or Beatty. Buck. Handoff up the middle once again to Tofia. Lots of running room once again. Gets out to the 30-yard line. That's enough for a Fargo Invaders first down. Tofia running hard. Looks like number 25 is coming to the game. That's Garrett McKinney is into the game in the backfield. Maybe Garrett will get his first carry of the game.
First down and 10 for the Invaders at the 30-yard line.
I like this. Let's get some of the new guys in here.
Absolutely.
See what they can do during game time.
Yeah, so McKinney has not had a chance to carry the ball, so we'll see if the Invaders keep it on the ground. Irby and Bounty out there at the receiver positions, along with Levi Romich at tight end. 2 backs in the backfield flanking. Breaking tackles and still going
I think we got a face
is
mask
Quan
there.
Priestley. We'll see if we get some extra yards tacked onto that. Quan Priestley out of Northland College. He's originally from Lafayette, Louisiana.
That was a late flag. That face mask happened pretty early on, unless there was a second one that I didn't see.
Nope.
I thought they were going to get away with it.
You thought wrong.
I did.
We see everything.
Who wanted the lights on?
I did.
Oh, my gosh.
I'd like to be able to see what I'm
No, but it
doing.
makes my job harder.
Oh, my
Fine, it's
gosh.
whatever.
Will I have half the lights on then?
No,
Can
we're
I
good.
get a, can I get
We're
a
good.
nice
I-
lamp?
I'll sacrifice.
Can I get a mood light over here for Franco, please? So that way he can see, or I can see, and he can be happy. My goodness. You don't get out much, do you?
I don't.
That's right.
I don't, not at
You're
all.
such a shut-in. So 1st and 10 for the Invaders at the just across the 50-yard line at the 49. Garrett McKinney breaking tackle, still on his feet, but going backwards. They'll mark his forward progress as stopped at the 45, so a loss of 6 on that play.
Looks like they're gonna. It's gonna be a loss
A
of
loss
4
of
on
4.
that one.
Robert, how things going? Or Garrett, how things going?
Yeah, things are going great.
Mm-hmm. Is that your church sweater?
Mine?
Yeah.
About 20 years ago.
It's got holes in it.
It does.
It's a holy sweater.
Oh, that's why I gotcha.
2nd and long for the Invaders. Handoff once again. Robert Tofia running hard, gets it up to the 50-yard line. I guess they only marked him as the previous play as a loss of about 3. So 3rd and 11 for the Invaders now. And we might have a player down. Uh-oh. Looks like Robert Tofi is down and injured. Let's hope it's not anything serious. You have a commercial to play right about now? We could go to that, please. You can do your commercial over again. How about that?
Nah, we'll do
Tailgate Master?
we'll do Tagging Master again.
All right. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
17 Fargo Invaders. Hi, I'm Scott Admiral Backstrom from TailgateMaster.com. My best-selling blend is called Tears of Our Rivals, and it's an everything blend because when you're tailgating and everything tastes better if it's sprinkled with the tears of your rivals. I really enjoy grilling. I really enjoy tailgating. I really enjoy this type of outdoor football. When I found a fantastic team playing right in Fargo, it's really natural fit to me. I'm a huge Minnesota Vikings fan. My wife is NDSU alumni, so I always cheered for the Bison. You know, Vikings, Bison. Here's another awesome horn-hatted team. At my first Invaders game, I was there probably 10 minutes, and I suddenly felt like I'm home. Make sure you check out the concession stands. I'm grilling up burgers and hot dogs. I hope if I can bring anything to the Invaders, it's just a little bit of entertainment. If I can help out a little bit, why? TailgateMaster.com is a proud sponsor of the 2017 Fargo Invaders.
Is an ancient Ayurvedic treatment. It balances hemispheres of helps with insomnia, depression, anxiety, and so much more. It's a deeply relaxing and rejuvenating experience, which can be greatly profound for the body, mind.
We'll get back to your full commercial at some point in time.
That's all right.
Robert Tofi has been helped off the field. It looks like he's got a right leg injury. We'll find out more later. So 3rd and 11 for the Fargo Invaders at the 50-yard line. Telefaro back to pass.
Oh, great catch.
Incredible catch on the interception by number 4, Adele Bell.
What a
Adia Bell.
great catch. Let's see if I can get the instant
Reached
replay
out
on
and
that
just
one.
snagged that one.
That was great.
Trying to get a completion on a slant pattern. Pass was a bit off, and nice interception by Bell. Like a nice one-handed snag. So the Mud Dogs will take over at the 39-yard line. One-handed, just Odell Beckham that one. Or no, not Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr. Excuse me, I didn't say his whole name.
Get it right.
Sorry. So 1st and 10 for the Mud Dogs. Another chance for the defense to get out there and get some playing time. Low snap. Pass is complete to McAllister. Shakes off a tackler, and then he's gang tackled by the rest of the Fargo Invaders defense. That was, I don't know, it looked like a kind of bubble screen. Or not a bubble screen, a bubble pattern, and then a slant pattern going opposite directions. And it looked like he was throwing it to one guy, and the other guy, McAllister, was just there in time to catch that one. And
Yeah,
take
I'm
it
not sure
upfield.
which one was the actual intended receiver there.
It looked a little bit funky. But pass completed, gain of about 8.5 yards for Warren. So it looks like they're working on Tofia on the sideline. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see later. We'll see what is the injury issue. Snap to Warren, rolls to his right, looking to throw deep. Gets hit as he's thrown. Ball's lofted up in the air. Pass is incomplete. Landon Molina on the coverage of McAllister there.
I think he wanted to go down to this receiver in the flat, but corner took it away real quick.
Yeah. Not a lot of time either. Under a lot of pressure to try and get rid of that ball. So 3rd and about 2. A long one or a short 2, whichever way you want to look at it. For the Minnesota Mud Dogs. Can't remember if it was the Mud Dogs or if it was another team I had looked at that they have a very busy schedule this summer. Seemed like it was the Mud Dogs who had 12 or 13 games scheduled this year. Unfortunately, their first game had to be canceled against the Hudson Thunderhawks. Snap to Warren, rolls to his left, looking for someone. Under pressure, taken down at a loss for about 2 yards back to the 45-yard line. I'll bring up 4th down. I believe that was Chris Momo on the pass rush there. Able to get him for a sack. First sack of the year for Momo.
4th down and 4 from the 45.
So 4th and 4 from the 45-yard line.
We got a nice comment from Sean. Broadcast looks great. Nice job.
He's got a good view for it. He's not watching it anywhere else. He's just over your shoulder. Great broadcast. I can hear you guys. Excellent. Good job.
He's just trying to stay warm.
I know. He's in here out of
He's
the
in
wind.
with all the hot air.
Yeah, I got a lot of hot air coming out of this direction. Warren back to throw it. Pass intended for number 88. That is Jared Wade. Pass incomplete. Turnover on downs. Fargo Invaders take over at the Minnesota Mud Dogs 45-yard line.
Keep correcting the time. It'd be nice if we can actually get something to do the time for us.
Yeah.
Do the score for us.
You'd probably just be happy with somebody doing that for you, correct?
I would be happy with that.
If you had another computer, maybe someone else.
It would be amazing if there was another computer sitting right next to me.
If there was someone who's really good with stats and running something during the game, could do it at the same time. I mean, probably would work. You got to send it to Pesnick, and he can run it.
No, we're good. We'll next game.
We'll do it next time.
Who wants to run my scoreboard?
That way you can keep it a little more up to date.
Take some pressure off me.
So Javante is asking for the sidelines. I think they're a man short.
Timeout on the field. Invaders.
I think we were looking for one more.
We're short a guy.
That's the tough thing with first game of the season. Guys are still kind of learning their packages and whatnot, and we don't necessarily have you don't just yell out jumbo package and everybody runs out there that's supposed to be out there. It's kind of a you go in for here, you go in for there, and one of the positions that doesn't have quite as many players at that position is actually the wide receiver position. We've got a ton of running back depth. Wide receiver depth is fairly normal. It's about the right amount, but
Jason is really keeping us updated. So Fox Valley Force.
Ooh, Fox Valley Force beat the Eastern Wisconsin Slayers out of the Northern Lights football league. Jason, if you can maybe add a comment as to the Northern Lights football league. I'm not familiar with that league. I don't know much about that one.
Most of Wisconsin, some Upper Peninsula, Michigan.
Ah, so it's Wisconsin and Michigan. So it looks like another pass completed to John Bowney. So that's enough for a first down. Johnson to Bowney once again.
That's an Invaders first down.
Moving the chains once again.
Just do it!
That's right. Johnson's out there with McKinney and Priestley. Looks like pressure coming from them. Swings it out to McKinney. Bobbles it.
Oh, fumble.
Was it actually a catch, though? That's my question. Ball's still loose. And they're going to say it was a catch and a fumble. Obviously, McKinney actually caught it and got 2 steps. So, unfortunately, another Fargo Invaders turnover there.
I think he might have had Nick Jackson deep.
It's very possible. That was kind of just pressure came from the Mud Dogs. They really brought the pressure there. Forced Johnson to make a quick throw. McKinney could not quite corral that one very well and lost it. I guess from a Fargo Invaders perspective, to me that looked more like it was a bobbled catch and maybe not a complete pass. But that's just me.
Let's send it to New York.
Let them review it.
Initial guess is high ankle sprain. They'll reevaluate at the end of the game. They have ice on it right now.
So that's an update on Robert Tofia, high ankle sprain, which is good news. A high ankle sprain sometimes actually worse than an actual broken bone because it takes longer to heal a lot of times. But fumble
snap.
Bad snap. Warren has to jump on it and is taken down at about the 25-yard line.
Loss of
loss of about 12. So good news, bad news with Robert Tafia. Initial diagnosis, like we said, high ankle sprain. So there's no bad broken bone. There's no ligament damage as of right now. But he is out for the rest of the day today.
Thanks, Dr. Jace.
You're welcome. Looks like a number of Fargo Invaders players are getting the rest of the evening off. Looks like C.T. Davis might be done for the evening. Josh Gatlin's done. And those are obviously done due to kind of the situation of the game. Under 5 minutes to go in the game, getting close to that 4-minute mark. Snap out to Warren, rolling to his right, looking for his wide receiver, is out there. 1 Minnesota Mud Dog, and I believe that was 5 Fargo Invader defenders there to bring down Keontae Johnson. Did get 5 of those yards back, but now we're still looking at about a 3rd and 17 as this game winds down. Coming up on 3.5 minutes remaining. 35-0 is your score. Season opener for the Fargo Invaders and the Minnesota Mud Dogs. Invaders have suffered a couple injuries to running backs this evening. Hopefully neither will end up being serious, but we'll have to be evaluated later to find out for sure on the seriousness of those injuries. Snap to Warren, looking out to his right, throws it out deep, and is picked off. Jermaine Armstrong down the sideline, face mask still on his feet, still going, and taken down at the 21-yard line. I don't see a flag on the play, Franco, but I could have swore somebody grabbed him by his face mask and took him down. I do believe that was Jermaine Armstrong on the interception and return.
I think with this crew toward the end of the game, they're ready for the game to be over. So,
well, I understand that, but out of you know player concerns for player safety, I would prefer that they call all plays like that.
I agree.
Even if it's a meaningless non-league game, etc. But
no games are meaningless.
Yeah. So Justin Telefaro gets the chance to go out at quarterback once again. Quan Priestley out there at the running back this time. Looks like Irby and Bowney wide right. Ramich in a tight end. It looks like they're a person short once again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One person short. Need another receiver. This looks like a little bit of a Hoosier situation. Play clock is just getting underway anyway, so we're fine. So trips right for the Invaders. Are you yawning? This is week 1, buddy.
I was breathing.
Oh, breathing very heavily, I might add. Telefaro drops the ball. Trying to get himself turned and situated to just do a handoff up the middle. And Temper's getting a little heated over there on the other side of the field, down the field. Looks like Brandon Solibo getting into it a little bit with some of the Mud Dogs players. So loss of about 5 on that play. Telefaro kind of took his eye off the ball a little bit as he tried to prepare to hand it off to Priestley.
Trips White.
Draw play up the middle. Priestley making the guys miss. Gets to the outside. Still going. Hit it for the end zone. 10-5. Touchdown Fargo. You betcha. Quan Priestley making guys miss. Getting to the outside and taking it to the house for 6. That makes the score 41-0 with 2:11 remaining in the game. Quan Priestley might be in line for some more carries with a couple of the injuries that we've kind of had on the running back front tonight.
He's got a nice burst.
And from what I've seen of him in practice and in this game tonight, I like what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Quan Priestley looks like another player out of Northland College. Or maybe I already said that. I think there's somebody else on our team out of Northland College as well.
What number is he?
45 tonight. He is normally listed under number 27, but for some reason we're missing that jersey. So you can bring up the number 27 one. That's all right. Extra point is good. 42-0 is your score on a nice run by Quan Priestley. Got to the outside. Once he turned that corner on that defense, he was gone. So that might be the last offensive possession for the Invaders tonight, and that's a nice way to end it.
Thanks to all the fans for coming out today.
Kind of a few missed opportunities tonight on offense for the Invaders, but still trying to find everybody's role and kind of try and get things on track. What? Good turnout tonight. About 350 tonight, he said? About 350.
About 350.
So a lot of people came out tonight for this season opener. Good way to start the season on a little bit of a brisk April evening. Temperatures dropped down to about 52 right about now.
It's a great football night.
Absolutely. Looks like now we are going to get Preston Johnson in there to kick this ball off for us. I don't know. Did he get the chance to do the extra point now? I don't know. I think.
Yes, he did.
Okay. Preston Johnson with the kickoff. Kind of squibs it a little bit. One of the upmen take it, number 14. Trying to get back off to his left, running backwards. Cuts it back now to the right and up the middle. Trying to follow his blocks. Decent return there for Kevin Randall. 36-yard line to start this drive. 2:02 remaining. This will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Preston Johnson's so new he didn't even have the stripe on his helmet yet. He's got the logos, though, so he's got that going for him, which is nice.
We're all working the kinks out tonight.
I know, right? That's usually what you say when you're at work, don't you?
Quick tonight. I
I
like
know,
that.
right?
I don't think that's funny.
Sorry, Howard. Whoa, that was quite the fake there. Callis just throws that one away then. And the defense on the sideline enjoyed that. Jeremy Gordon made the reception out of bounds on the sideline. You know what they say about that last play?
They've done studies, 60% of the time it works every time.
Do that math.
That's it's way over my head.
Over your head and below your feet?
All around me.
Totally. Our cameraman outside is probably really loving the fact that you moved the camera outside rather than inside like we had it at times last year. He's thankful for the fact that it's almost over, so he's not freezing anymore.
We are upgrading the show tremendously by him not having to work around a windowsill.
That's probably good. Callis at quarterback still. Takes the snap, looking deep. Trying to throw it out there to McAllister. Picked off. Johnny Ware picks that off. Trying to get some blocks. Heads back to the right. Picking up some blocks. Making his way across the 50-yard line down inside the 45. Johnny Ware with his first interception of the season. Johnny Ware out of Southwest Minnesota State, a former Mustang. Picked that pass off. And unfortunately for the quarterback for the Mud Dogs, Callis, that is his fourth interception of the evening.
First down and 10 for the Invaders at the 44.
So at the 44-yard line, the Invaders have the ball one more time. We'll see what the coaching staff does if they want to get a few more plays in to kind of work out some of the kinks before their first league game against the Minneapolis Warriors in 2 weeks down in Minneapolis. I believe that game will be in Burnsville, Minnesota. Is that correct, Matt? So 2 weeks from today, we'll be down in Burnsville for the season opener of the NFL for the Invaders. Garrett McKinney, nowhere to go. Looks like he might have lost a yard on that one. Gets the clock going. Looks like Priestley will be back out there running back this play.
do my best to keep the clock right on time with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like I'm pretty close here, within half a second or so.
So Johnson out there with 3 wide receivers, letting the clock run here. Letting that play clock wind down, using up the clock before they run their play. Under just at 5 seconds, snaps the ball, hand off to Priestley once again, finds a hole. Big hole for Priestley. He gets about 10 on that play, down to the 35-yard line. That brings up 3rd and 1. And depending on when they start the play clock, they might not have to run another play.
Brings up 3rd and 1 at the 35.
And now they start the play clock, so that should be the last play of the game unless they want to do run more running play. This is it.
I really like his explosion.
Absolutely.
Right inside the hole there. He really has a nice gear right there.
Good initial burst.
Good initial burst.
Pad level's great. We should have wrote down all the things that, Mel Kiper says. And it looks like the Invaders are going to let that clock wind down, and they do. And that's a final. Fargo Invaders win their season opener against the Minnesota Mud Dogs. Your final score, 42-0. Good first win for the Fargo Invaders. Franco, how about this? How about you play that entire commercial for Moorhead Massage and Wellness?
No, they're good. We're good.
And we'll get to the stats when we come back. Please.
Okay, we'll do it. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Scott Admiral Big Gun Backstrom from TailgateMaster.com. My best-selling blend is called Tears of Our Rivals, and it's an everything blend because, when you're tailgating and you're at the game, everything tastes better if it's Tears of Your Rivals. I really enjoy grilling. I really enjoy tailgating. I really enjoy this type of outdoor football. When I found out that the Invaders have this fantastic team playing right in Fargo, it seemed like a really natural fit to me. I'm a huge Minnesota Vikings fan. My wife is NDSU alumni, so I always root for the Bison. Vikings, Bison. Here's another awesome horned-hatted team. At my very first Invaders game, I was there probably 10 minutes, and I suddenly felt like I'm home. Make sure you check out the concession stands. I'm grilling up burgers and hot dogs. I hope if I can bring anything to the Invaders, it's just a little bit of entertainment. If I can help out a little bit, why not? TailgateMaster.com is a proud sponsor of the 2017 Fargo Invaders.
Once again, from Sid Cichy Stadium here in Fargo, North Dakota, on the campus of Fargo Shanley High School, your Fargo Invaders get their opening win of the season over the Minnesota Mud Dogs. 42-0 is our final. A couple of the stats from tonight for the Minnesota Mud Dogs. Callis was 3 of 13 for 36 yards and 4 interceptions, while Sam Warren was 5 of 10 for 45 yards and an interception. They were led on the ground by Callis with 3 carries for 12 yards, average of 4 a carry. They were led in receiving by Keontae Johnson, 3 catches for 41 yards. They were led on defense with total tackles would be Rene Vallejo with 8 tackles on the evening. They did have 2 turnovers. They forced 1 fumble and they got 1 interception. For your Fargo Invaders, Justin Telefario was 6 of 12 for 97 yards, a touchdown and an interception, while Javante Johnson was 7 of 14 for 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. They were led on the ground by, Quan Priestley, 3 carries, 46 yards. They had a number of people carry the ball tonight. C.T. Davis had 34 yards. Brandon Jones had 40. We also had Constant Jackson had 11 yards rushing. Zenner had 9 yards rushing and a touchdown. Quan Priestley also had a rushing touchdown. Tofia had 3 carries for 18 yards as well. Fargo Invaders receiving, we were led by none other than John Bowney, 7 catches for 115 yards and a touchdown.
That'll work.
Close second was Kevin Irby, 3 catches for 79 yards and 2 touchdowns. So
We'll take it.
Depending on who you had in your fantasy league, Kevin Irby might have outscored John Bowney there.
We'll have to go to the scoreboard.
Exactly. Leading your team on defense, as far as tackles go, it looks like there was a tie between Gregory Clark and Jameis Neal for 5 tackles apiece. Jeremy Gordon, he might be able to play a little bit. He had 4 tackles tonight. So they had 2 interceptions, 2 by Josh Gatling. One of them was returned for a touchdown. They had a total of 5 interceptions tonight. Josh Gatling had 2, Cuffey had 1, and Jermaine Armstrong had 2. So big evening for the Fargo Invaders defense, some big plays on offense as well. Franco, what are your initial thoughts on Week 1?
Running backs are a story. What's the kid's name?
Quan Priestley.
Priestley, yeah. I mean, what a story tonight.
Absolutely. He's just recently joined the team, and then when he got his opportunity out there to make something happen, he did. He had 3 carries, and one of them was that big touchdown run right at the end of the game. So it showed a nice initial burst, as they like to say on the draft, but kind of turned some heads. I mean, it surprised me. And then, of course, we've had a couple running back injuries tonight. Hayden Zenner with some sort of knee issue that will get checked out. I did see him walking at the end of the game around. It didn't look quite as bad. Obviously, Robert Tofia, who had some nice runs in the second half, came up very slowly. It looks like it's a high ankle sprain is what the initial diagnosis is. We'll have to wait and see if that's what the final diagnosis is, but it's too soon to tell. Once again,
defense is stout.
Absolutely. I was going to say one last thing on the offense. John Bowney, as advertised, big play guy, catches about everything. And then I thought the story receiving-wise for the Invaders was obviously Kevin Irby. He continues his solid play from practice and the scrimmage we had against the Tri-City North Stars into tonight. Has 2 more touchdowns, looking very good out there. Quarterbacks, obviously, Javonte Johnson still getting to know some of the players as a new player. And I think that passing game is going to come along quite nicely as the season progresses.
Yeah, I'd like to see what happens when we add Micah back into the mix, get him back for the first game. And the other person I'm looking forward to get back is Steve, so we'll have our full defense in the backfield. There's a couple more pieces that weren't here today because this was a late added game to the schedule. Mm-hmm. So, the thing with semi-pro, people have lives.
Absolutely.
So they go, but I think our first game will be at full strength.
Absolutely.
Minus the injuries we got tonight, maybe. But
absolutely. Once again, like you said, the defense looks sharp out there, forcing 5 turnovers. They would have almost had a safety, but instead of getting the safety, they got an interception return for a touchdown. So I believe they had 2 touchdowns on defense and 3 or 4 on offense. Is that right?
You've got the stats.
Zenner touchdown run, followed up by Tafario to Kevin Irby touchdown, and then a Javonte Johnson to John Bowney touchdown in the second quarter for a 21-0 halftime lead. Third quarter, interception by Josh Gatling for the touchdown, and then late in the third quarter, Javonte Johnson to Kevin Irby for another touchdown. Then in the fourth quarter, a 30-yard touchdown run by Quan Priestley to seal it. Preston Johnson did get the extra point on that one, so he did get a chance to get out there and kick. So your final 42-0 tonight from Shanley Sid Cichy Stadium, and we will be back in 2 weeks live from Burnsville, Minnesota, when the Fargo Invaders take on the defending champion Minneapolis Warriors. So anything else you want to leave our folks with before we get out of here?
Welcome back to spring football.
Absolutely. Welcome back to semi-pro football with your Fargo Invaders all season long on the Fargo Invaders Radio and Entertainment Network, the Fire Network. We will see you next time. Yeah, you betcha. Bye.